Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn how to make this small Cinderella carriage applique. For this we need blue yarn, yellow yarn, 2 crochet hook needles, that is 4 mm, and the second one is 2 mm, yarn needle and scissors. This is a very fun project to make. It can be attached to sweaters, granny squares, blankets and many other projects. So let's get started. We begin with a magic ring. And in the magic ring, we need to make 6 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After this, you need to pull the end of the magic ring to form a circle. Now you slip stitch in the first stitch that we made, the first single crochet. And you chain 1. Now you single crochet in the same stitch. Now one more single crochet in the same stitch. Now 2 single crochets in the next stitch. That's 1 and 2. 2 single crochets in the next stitch. 1 and 2. 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Now we continue with this pattern till we reach the last stitch. One and 2, and then we join with a slip stitch. Now our next row, we begin with chain 1, 1 single crochet in the same stitch, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochets in the stitch after that. So you continue this pattern, that is 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, and in the last stitch 2 single crochets. Now we join with a slip stitch. Now the next row, chain 1, 1 single crochet in the same stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch and 2 single crochets in the third stitch. I'll repeat that. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So that's 1 single crochet in one stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch and 2 single crochets in the third stitch. So you follow this pattern till the end of the row. So that's 1, 1, In the next one, we need to make 2 single crochets. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. In the next one, 2 single crochets. 1, 1 and 2 single crochets. So that's 1, 1, and in the last one we make 2 single crochets, and then you join it with a slip stitch. Now the next row, you chain 1 single crochet in the same stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the third stitch, and in the fourth stitch we work 2 single crochets. So that's 1 and 2. We repeat that again. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets. So in this row we'll be working 1 single crochet in 3 stitches, and in the fourth one 2 single crochets. So that's 1, 1, 1, and in the fourth one 2 single crochets. So you follow the pattern till the end of the row, and then we'll continue with the next row. Now the next row, we chain 1, and in the same stitch we work 1 single crochet, and we work 1 single crochet each in the next 4 stitches, counting the first one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the next stitch you work 2 single crochets, 1, 2. Again you work 1 single crochet each in the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by 2 single crochet in the same stitch, 1, 2. Again 1 single crochet each in 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4. In the next stitch 2 single crochets. You need to continue the same pattern for the entire row. 3, 4, 2 single crochets. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 single crochets. Then you join with a slip stitch, chain 1, and then the next row we need to work 5 single crochets in each of the stitches. So let's start with the first one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After you've done 5 stitches, in the next stitch you need to work 2 single crochets. That's 1 and 2. Again we need to repeat this So that's 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the next stitch 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Again, single crochets in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the next stitch 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. 1 single crochet in each of the stitches for the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In the next stitch 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the next stitch 2 single crochets, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the last stitch 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. You join with a slip stitch. Now this is our last row. You chain 1, and in each of the stitches we need to work 1 single crochet in each stitch. Just 1 single crochet in each stitch in the entire row till you reach here. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you once I reach this stitch. I've completed my last stitch. Now we join it with the slip stitch, chain 1, and we go ahead and cut the yarn. Now we need to make the wheels. For that I'm using a smaller needle, that is 2.5 millimeter. We start with the magic ring. And we need to make 6 single crochets in the ring. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now you pull the leftover yarn of the ring to form a circle. And you join it with the slip stitch. Now you chain 2 and again chain 2, and you need to make 1 double crochet in the next stitch. After that you chain 2, 1 double crochet in the next stitch. chain 2, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, 1 double crochet in the last stitch, then you chain 2 and slip stitch in the second chain that we had started with. You chain 1 and cut the yarn. You need to make 2 of these for your wheel. Now we start with the window that we need to make, the door with a small window. Again, we begin with a magic ring. Now in this we need to chain 5. We need to make 5 single crochets in the ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You pull the left over yarn, but you do not join your circle. You chain 1 and turn your work. You single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and in all the stitches of your row, 1 single crochet in each stitch. So last one. Chain 1, turn your work. Again, 1 single crochet in each stitch. You chain 1, turn your work. Then in the first stitch you make 1 single crochet. In the next stitch 2 single crochets. In the next stitch 1 single crochet. In the next one 2 single crochets. And in the last one 1 single crochet. You chain 1, turn your work. Now again you need to work 1 single crochet in each stitch. After you've done that, chain 1, turn your work. Again 1 single crochet in each stitch of your row. After you reached the end of your row, you need to make chain 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now you need to join it to the other end with a slip stitch. And then you turn your work and chain 2. Now once you have this, we work inside this ring. So inside this ring you need to work half double crochets. You continue working half double crochets till you reach the other end. I won't be able to give you a number of double crochets because you need to work them so that they look in this manner, close to each other. You need to fill in this entire gap with double crochets. Half double crochets. Okay, we are reaching the end. Okay, this is how it should look. Now we need to continue working half double crochets in each of these rows. So you need to pick a stitch and work half double crochets in each rows that we worked. Okay. Now once you've reached the bottom, you need to work slip stitch till you get on the other side. So slip stitch in each stitches. Yeah. And then chain 2 again. And then you work half double crochets in each of these rows. That's 1, 2. So in each row that we had worked, you need to make half double crochets. Now the last one here. And then you go ahead and join these two stitches with a slip stitch. So this is how it looks. Now you chain 1 and cut your yarn. Moving on to the next part, we're going to learn how to make these, which are there on the top of the carriage as well as the side. So for this, you again start with a magic ring. and in the magic ring you make 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You pull the left over yarn and do not join it. You continue making 4 more chain. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now once you finished chain 4, you turn your work and in the first chain from the hook you work 1 single crochet. And then you work 1 single crochet in each of your stitches, each of your chain. That's the second one and that's the third one. And you work single crochet in each of these stitches as well. So that's 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, single crochet, 1 single crochet. Now in your last stitch you work 5 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now you have the curve that we're looking for. You chain 1 and cut your yarn. You need to make more 3 of these and pull in your yarn and cut all the extra ones like how we have here. Now we're going to go ahead and make the line that joins the wheel. So for that you need to chain 12. You start with the slip stitch and chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. After this you chain 1 and now in the first stitch, second stitch from your hook, you work a single crochet. In the next stitch you work single crochet. So you work single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now in the 6th stitch you work 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2 and 3. After this in the next stitch single crochet and then you single crochet in each stitch till you reach the end of your row. you chain 1 and cut your yarn. Now we have all our pieces here. Now all you need to do is pull in the extra yarn in all the attachments and you need to stitch it together. You can either stitch it together or you can stick it with the help of hot glue gun. I'm going to go ahead and attach all this and I'll meet you once we've done that. I've finished putting all the parts together. To join, you can start with this part between the wheels. It would be very helpful. You join that first and then the wheels. I hope you liked this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos.